Bulletin, we do talk about the rising violence in South African secondary school education. And joining us to discuss this ugly trend is Gauteng Basic Education spokesperson Steve Mabona. Warm welcome to you, Steve.
Good afternoon, and to all our viewers.
Now, Steve, school violence in South Africa has become alarming if it's not teachers who have been shot by learners. It's pupils who are committing these crimes, killing each other at school premises or just outside schools. Has South Africa reached the level of violence in South African schools reached the crisis level?
Well, it's concerning. It's quite concerning for us as a department, looking at all those incidences that we are experiencing in the province. As you will know that Gauteng is quite a province that has quite a sizable number of people. And looking at that, yes, it's quite concerning. But we have devised some strategies to work on making sure that our learners are safe, working with the sister departments, Department of Community Safety, our police, and all other stakeholders, making sure that learners are safe. We do sporadic searches without, announcing, and we've identified hotspots. I mean, there are schools that we've identified as hotspots now. So we'll target those and make sure that we take out any weapons that are at schools. If there are drugs, anything that is unwanted in our school environment, we will do so and make sure that our learners are safe.
Now, Steve, the Gauteng MEC, Matome Chiloane, last week, when he visited one school where two learners were killed on separate incidents, said the department is battling to root out gang violence. And you did talk about some of the steps the department has taken to address this issue. Do you think stricter laws and discipline in school would help nip this in the bud?
No, yes, it did. We actually called upon parents to work with us, and there are meetings that were going ahead since yesterday. Today, there were other meetings as well in that area, but we will be meeting with other parents as well, just to make sure that they assist us with the discipline, because learners need to know when they go to schools that they must be disciplined and they must focus on what is in the classroom, unlike being ill-disciplined and doing things that are unwarranted. So we'll be working very closely with all our stakeholders, and we will increase the patrollers, because in our schools we have patrollers. Depending on the number of learners that we have probably 4 in some areas, but in the hotspot, we've decided that we're going to increase the number to 10, so that then they assist us with the discipline in the schools.
Now, finally, Steve, before I let you go, let's talk about the issue of learners' behavior, whether be at school or out of premises. As a department, there are awareness and dialogue programs for learners that they are taught about this. Are there programs where learners are taught about discipline and how to manage anger outside the school?
Yes, indeed. All schools have what we call code of conduct, and transgression of any code of conduct, where it will mean that learners will go for disciplinary process, and to a certain extent, some of them, they are expelled from one school. But because we have a constitutional obligation to place them, we will then find a school. But we make sure that there are corrective measures. We take them through the process. They need to be assisted to be well behaved before we take them to another school. So yes, indeed, we working very closely with parents and make sure that we discipline those that are ill-disciplined, and they will continue to do so, so that there's an improvement of discipline in and around our schools.
Thank you very much, Steve Mabona, Gauteng Basic Education spokesperson. Thanks for talking to us at News Central Now.
Thank you very much.